So today, I want to dive into the concept of what it means to go out with someone, or, in other words, what dating really looks like in today's world. I mean, remember that time we were joking about how casually people throw around terms like dating or going out? It's wild how those definitions can shift so dramatically based on context. Like, just the other day, someone told me they were going out just to grab coffee. Are you dating or just grabbing a caffeine fix?
Yeah, that's super interesting. But wait, so are you saying when someone says they're going out, they might not actually be dating? I mean, does it really just depend on the situation?
Exactly. It's all about context. For instance, imagine a guy says he's taking a girl to dinner. To the outside world, it might look like a romantic setup, but for them, it could simply be two friends just enjoying a meal. In fact, didn't you have a friend who thought dinner meant something more serious and ended up heartbroken because he misread the situation?
Oh, totally. That reminds me of, I think it was a sitcom or something where the guy goes on a date with his friend and they both assume it's just casual but end up awkwardly in love. How do you even navigate that?
Right? That relationship ambiguity can get messy. It's funny because people often have these crazy expectations. Like, remember how we talked about the phrase go through? It's like when you go through a phase of dating someone and finally realize it's not as serious as you thought. It can feel like a roller coaster, right?
Yeah. So could that going through thing, does it also apply to breakups? Like, say you think you're in a serious relationship and then suddenly it's like, boom, it's not. How do you mentally handle that?
Absolutely. Breakups are a prime example. It can feel as if you've reached the hump of a relationship, as in you've overcome the fun and now face the challenges. But being over the hump means you're past the hardest part. It can be such a discovery when you realize that, oh, there's still a lot of emotional baggage to unravel.
Whoa, wait, so what do you mean by emotional baggage? Because it kind of sounds like you're hinting at being bare, like, naked in a relationship. Is that what it takes sometimes?
Spot on. It's completely about the willingness to be vulnerable. When we are naked, metaphorically speaking, we can be stripped down to our true selves. But that vulnerability can be terrifying. Think about those moments when you find it hard to share what makes you tick. It's almost like you're holding back a part of your actual self, right?
Oh, wow, yeah. That's like, Wait, you know that feeling of when you're on a first date and you're trying to impress someone? It's like you put on this hairpiece, like a mask, to hide the real you.
Exactly. We're all trying to keep up these facades. But ultimately, you need to get comfortable with having those awkward moments where you don't have it all together. Like if someone calls you and catches you off guard, like my mom calling me the other day. Everything comes crashing down, and that's when you realize it's all about being authentic.
That sudden call, like, it's so unexpected, right? Does that mean the pressure is off then? If you're caught unprepared?
Precisely. If you let your guard down, it makes it easier to connect, and you may just find the right person who appreciates all those quirks, hair pieces and all. Things may unfold beautifully when you're just being true to yourself.
That's honestly kind of comforting to think about. Like, what if one of those quirks is something super embarrassing? How do you share that part of you with someone, you know?
Well, that brings up a great point. Sharing embarrassing quirks can be a bonding experience. Think of it like a secret handshake. It can create a sense of intimacy and trust. Plus, it shows you're human. Everyone has their little oddities that make them interesting.
Oh, totally. That makes sense. Like, if someone laughs at your embarrassing moment, then you know they're on your team, right? It's like, hey, I'm just you, but with some added quirks. Laughs.